Okay. So last time, the group found themselves in the middle of Van Thamper Villa, and you proceeded down into their dungeon, where you've dispatched not only the Duke of Van Thamper, which was a fairly elderly, beefy woman that was worshiping devils. You also came across Thavius, and not necessarily buying, his idea that he was captured and being held captive by the Van Thampers, you put a dispatch to him. As part of the process, you came across a sentient shield that has been talking to Ezekiel on a regular basis, even though currently it's being held by Percy. And you also still have in your possession a puzzle box that you got from one of the Van Thamper sons up on the second floor. Through some funny and exciting ways of escaping a well-guarded villa after dispatching and killing several of the high-ranking Van Thampers, you basically took the body of one of them. See, I want to say it was Thavius, if I'm not mistaken. He's the one that's unconscious, according to my notes. And jumped out the back of the window of the stables and carried him all the way back to your little new hidden hideout in Lower City. And yeah, that's basically where you are at this moment. Any questions before we get started? I will take that as no. All right, so I would assume now that you're back in this villa, you want to complete a long rest. For most of you guys, the long rest will go unimpeded, except for McVeris. McVeris, you received a note while down in the dungeon that talked about the IRS repossessing your land and that you owe taxes. Please describe for me how you want to deal with that.
How much do I owe? That's the question.
You have to still find out.
What? Oh, I guess I need to find.
How much do I owe?
So, has your character encountered a tax collector on your travels?
The one that was locked up in the prisons.
Sounds like a pretty good idea of someone you need to find. So,
yeah, go back to the prison and ask him.
No, y'all freed him.
I know I was joking.
So something you need to consider doing upon the next morning. Samariel. The other thing that happened during your evening is you still have this book you found a long time ago, in which had a lock and key on it. And it's called the Dusty Spell Book.
Right.
Are you planning to do anything with that during this long rest?
That depends. Do we have money?
Okay. You should have at least a little bit of gold, like pretty close to 200 gold, I think is about what each person has. I'd have to check for sure, but it's something close to that.
Well, I spent a bunch making a spell before.
Let me just check inventory here.
Well, I have platinum. So
Yeah, you do have some platinum as well. Yep, absolutely. So you have like 37 platinum or so. Yep. So you do have some token.
Okay. So. Oh, Jesus Christ! You know what? Yeah. What the hell's the goddamn? Hold on. Get beyond. 1 second.
Yep. Take your time.
When I figure out how much this is going to cost. If you want to go back to Unholy's IRS hunt, you can go with that for a second.
Yeah. All right. So McVeris, during this long rest, the guys are pretty tired, so you definitely gonna rest. You got back to the cabin or the house probably around 9 p.m. In the evening, and you guys are going to take a full rest. It's going to be probably, let's just say 8, 9 o'clock in the morning when y'all leave to give everyone a chance. Are you doing anything during this time with this letter that you want to deal with before completing your long rest, or do you want to deal with it in the morning?
In the morning.
Okay. Are you going to deal with it before the party sets out at 9 a.m. to head to Zodges, or are you going to do it after that?
I guess I should do it before that.
Okay.
Because knowing them, they want to go kill.
So while everyone else is getting up, eating breakfast, you slip out and you need to find this tax collector. Tell me what you do. You're in Lower City. I will gladly share the map again so you can see where you're at. One thing you will notice, and this is for everyone's sake, is that for the last several days, it had been a blizzard in Baldur's Gate, but it wasn't snow. It was ash falling down. This day, however, is bright and sunny. You hear the birds chirping. There's no evidence of the ash on the ground that you trotted through to get back to the house. It is almost like the entire town is different than it was the night before.
You know what they say, spend one day in Baldur's Gate to experience the entire year.
That is true. All right. So, McVeris, tell me what you're going to do.
I guess walk around and try to find the tax collector. Ask people
All right.
where they're at.
So you come across it, and they point you towards a building that's to the west of Elfsong Tavern that says the tax office is over in that general area.
Well, that's where I'm going.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oh, Lord. The fuck? Then are skills or abilities? Found it.
Okay. You don't see anything for now. So you head on up and you come to a street, and the street is a very much kind of think of like Wall Street, New York. Bunch of people, very serious, just getting up in the morning. There's a Starbucks on the corner. They're getting their coffee.
There's a Starbucks on the other corner. If you go down 2 blocks, there's another Starbucks.
Exactly. And there's something called Borderdals, which looks like a hamburger joint serving some very nasty $7 breakfasts.
And none of these fuckers are wearing masks.
And
are wearing masks.
And upon walking around for a little bit, you ask a few more people, and first of all, you are like a fish out of water. You are a smelly, nasty thing, and all these people are wearing this nice perfume, well dressed, and they're all giving you kind of the stink eye. But you find a couple that are nice enough to kind of point you towards the tax collector's office.
All right. I'm gonna head to the tax collector's office.
Okay. So you walk into the tax collector's office, and at the main desk is a person that kind of looks up and says, "Can I help you?"
Show him the letter.
So he takes the letter from me. He kind of looks at it for a moment. Just a moment, sir. And the little scrawny guy gets up from his desk and he walks off. And a few minutes, he comes back, sits down. Yes, we see that you need to. You're a little bit behind on your taxes, and to settle the debt. Yeah, we're gonna need 10,000 platinum.
Who's the tax collector, Daz?
I should have made it Daz. I've been funny, but It says, yeah, if you paid right now, we'll be able to release the lien on your property, and it'll be free and clear again. If you're not able to pay it immediately, we'll just have to kind of put the yeah, we're going to have to go ahead and put the lot up for auction.
Can we not come up with a payment arrangement?
Well, we don't really work that way. See, it's kind of an all or nothing thing. If you want to go to one of the banks and ask for a loan, you could probably do that, but you're going to have some collateral.
Well, hell, I don't even have collateral.
Well, I tell you what, I'm in a good mood today. It's a nice day outside, and what I'll do is I'll give you 5 days. If you can come up with the 10,000 platinum in 5 days, we won't put it up for auction. If you can't, on the 6th day, we will put it up for auction.
Okay. I guess we'll try to get it in 5 days.
Okay. Very good, sir. Very good. Doing anything else?
No, I'm gonna go back to the house.
Okay. All right. While you're heading back to the house, that brings us back over to Samariel.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I think, the cheaper option for me
Okay.
would be to take my current spell book
Okay.
and copy the spells into the Dusty spellbook, because the Dusty spellbook already has spells that I don't know necessarily, and one of those spells I actually don't have to copy over. Hold on, let me pull up my thing here, because there was one that was in there that I copied already from one to the other, and so it's already in there. It was Misty Step, so that would be 3.
Okay.
And actually, that would be 3 because Detect Magic is already in there. So that would be 3 hours. That would be 6 hours. And 30 gold. And 60 gold. So that'd be 90 gold instead of trying to transfer all the stuff out of the one to the other. And it would be 3 and 6. Was it 9 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll give
9
plenty of time to
hours.
do that. Yep. Okay. So this is what happens. So you open up the Dusty Spellbook, and you're thumbing through the pages that already have the spells on it, and you get to the first blank page. As soon as you get to the first blank page, you hear this pop, and all of a sudden everything goes black, and you're unconscious.
I was just without power for 2 fucking days, right?
Yeah, that's what gave me the idea to use that part.
Fucking happened.
So while you're unconscious, let me ask this: is anyone near Samariel, or are you in the room by yourself at the moment?
I don't know. I'm unconscious.
I'm wherever my party decided to throw me.
Oh, that's right.
So-
You're unconscious too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm on my way back to the. So I don't.
All right. So that list leaves Tev or Zeke or Bear. Either one of y'all see Samariel fall unconscious, because it's kind of important for the story. Yes or no?
I don't know. I clicked on my character and it has me back at the villa for some reason.
Yeah, because I haven't moved any of the. I haven't moved any of the tokens.
Oh, okay.
Maybe have a roll perception check.
Let's say I
All right. Why don't we do that? Why don't you 3 roll a perception check? Let's see if any of y'all actually see Samariel fall unconscious.
It's great. He had a stroke.
I knew elves rolled, but damn.
Okay, so Zeke, you actually see Samariel fall unconscious where you're at. You happen to be passing by the room, and you hear this thud on the floor. You open the door, and Samariel is out like a light.
I'm gonna rush over and try to shake him awake.
All right, you shake him and shake him. Nothing's happening. He looks like his eyes are kind of rolled in the back of his head. He's almost in a trance-like state. And what you see next to him is an open spell book.
Do I notice anything in the spellbook?
No, it's completely blank.
I'm going to shut it immediately.
Okay. So you shut it immediately, and nothing happens. Samariel's still out. Meanwhile, Samariel, you kind of open your eyes in a dream-like fog state.
Okay.
And you're in this garden. It's a familiar garden. You don't know exactly where it's at, but you feel like you've been there before. It's like tapping into your dreams or your memories.
Something
And in this,
familiar, like Mithranor-ish type
yes,
stuff. Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
And looking as you walking through this garden, there is a old kind of a gazebo,
Oh Jesus.
and
Let's face the gazebo alone.
inside the gazebo is a mirror. As you approach the mirror, you see someone approach from you from behind, wearing a cloak.
I immediately react, and
How do you react?
I swiftly turn around and prepare Toll the Dead.
Okay, there's nothing there.
Well, shit. Now now I am extra alert and just focusing on like senses, like trying to hear anybody like moving around or anything like that.
Okay, so roll me a perception check then. See if you actually hear anything.
All right, hold on.
You hear the saliva of the monstrous gazebo as it jumps down on you.
All right, so as you're listening, what you're listening for is footsteps or wind or some type of like clothing movement. But what you actually hear is a scratch, like fingernails on glass. And you see, if you turn around and look at the mirror is starting to crack.
Okay. I How far am I away from it? Like, I mean, is it like right next to me, kinda?
You tell me. You can be within 10 feet and hear it. So
Well,
you can be 10 feet away, you can be 5 feet away. To me, it doesn't matter.
Is it like a hand mirror, big mirror, like?
No, it's a big mirror. It's a big wall mirror. It seems a little bit out of place being in this gazebo, but it's
Think like am I thinking like the mirror of Erised from Harry Potter, like something big?
yeah, that's a very good description of it. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Is it it's starting to crack? You said. Is it like spider webbing throughout the whole glass, or just
Nope.
one
It's just
little
a
spot?
It's a single crack starting in the top right corner of the mirror and working its way to the bottom left.
I look at it, I investigate, not investigate, but I take a very close look at it.
Okay. As you watch, the mirror, the crack is singular, and then all of a sudden it splits into two, and now you have two cracks forking off. It's almost like it's building a map.
Okay. Does it look familiar at all, the map? Or has it not like taken enough shape yet?
It hasn't taken enough shape yet to really tell you anything.
All right.
It basically looks like an upside down Y is what you're seeing.
Okay, so it looks deliberate.
Oh yeah, it 100% looks deliberate.
There's a pattern to it. Okay.
From what you could tell, yes, absolutely.
All right.
Two roads diverge in a glass, said I.
All right, so I'm going to see if it continues to do anything further.
All right, so you sit there and watching it, and after about a few 10, 15 seconds, the two paths all of a sudden redivert, and now they're heading towards each other again.
Okay.
Starting to make basically a diamond shape.
All right.
Do anything else?
as my rest only takes a certain amount of time, have I recovered any, or even if a short rest would have allowed me to recover a couple spell slots, right?
Yeah, you got your full rest in.
What I will do is I will cast detect magic on it to see what if this is something that is going on.
Oh, it's all right. So you cast detect magic on it, and it is radiating a bright blue color right back at you.
Okay. So you
I believe
sense
detect magic would also detect the kind of school of magic.
yes, it would. It says if you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura. So you said it was blue,
Yep.
and around any visible creature or object in the area that bears, and you learn its school of magic, if any.
It is. Trying to think what magic this actually is. Hold on. In a different game, it's called alliteration magic. But let's just go with let's go with illusion magic for now.
All right.
It'll get what's accomplished.
Okay. Well, now I'm intrigued. Do I realize I'm kind of dreaming? That like I obviously I
Uh,
was just last time I remember being awake was in the other room working on the spell book, and then
you
I'm
kind of
here.
suspect you are because when you're looking at this mirror, you don't see yourself.
When you say alliteration, would that maybe flow towards divination type magic?
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
I don't see myself. I'm a vampire. I look up at the ceiling. No.
You look at the ceiling, you see nothing.
um. I'm. I don't know how to proceed other than to watch
All right.
this as it plays out.
Yep. So as it's converging, as soon as the 2 points converge, the mirror just shatters into a million pieces, and you see a portal now. And then on the other side of the portal, you see mountains of ash and lava, smoldering fissures, and sparks start lighting up the area.
Ooh. Um. Do I get the impression that this portal would take me to that place, or if this is just like a what do you call it, of the future?
You're gonna have to give me an investigation check to figure that one out.
All right. Watch as I roll a 1.
That's my line.
Only when you're attacked.
So you think that you can actually feel the heat coming from that portal. You believe if you walk through it, you probably would end up there.
Oh. Upon closer inspection, without walking through it, do I see anything there that makes me fear for my safety?
Yeah, this falling ash from the sky and the mountains of plume of lava weren't clue enough?
Well, that's just a volcano.
You don't see any creatures in your nearest vicinity. You do see like off in the distance, some tattered flags, and what strangely looks like a castle that has crashed into the ground.
All right, looking back around my surroundings, I'm in this lovely little forest, and what do you call it? I will precariously step through.
Okay. So as soon as you step through, a rush of energy fills your body. Dormant magic energy revitalizes you, and two things happen. First, you wake up. It's almost like you're in a dream.
Okay.
Then you get for the next 19 hours, you have advantage on all spell cast.
Damn.
Okay.
And you get this.
What the hell
A
is
new
that?
cantrip.
A sham wow.
You get a cantrip added to your spellbook called Fate Shift.
Okay. Alright, hold on, let me read this. Use your powers over time to see in the future 6 seconds. As a reaction, if you are within the target of area of effect spell, you move up 10 feet to avoid being caught in the damage. This does count against your normal movement speed. As alternative, you may roll the save with advantage once per long rest.
Come up with a custom cantrip?
Nope. It's actually one that's from a book that it is a version of a wild mount cantrip that I altered just a tiny bit for Kent. So it's a little bit of homebrew, but it's not completely.
Oh, okay. So if there's a fireball coming in,
Yep. You can move up to 10 feet immediately to be out of the range of it, so you don't even have to roll the save.
okay. Now is this something I have to cast first?
Nope. You just basically said
So
yep.
it's an added reaction.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
To burn his reaction to do it?
Yeah.
Yes. It will burn your reaction to do it, and you can do it once per long rest.
That's
okay.
That's pretty neat. Okay.
Handy.
So, and then as you wake up, you found that you picked the book up. It's closed. You see Zeke kind of standing over you, if he's still standing there.
I actually have him lifted off the ground, like on my knee.
It's like, do I wake up?
Okay.
Am I smolder? Like, is my hair smoldering?
Nope.
Like,
Nope. You just feel completely invigorated, like something inside of you has unlocked.
okay. All right. Fair enough.
Are you okay?
I look at you and I'm like, I'm unsure.
Might look at that head check yours. You hit the ground pretty freaking hard.
I don't even think I was on the ground when this started.
And I'll pick up the book and I'll hand it to you and go, I'm guessing this is yours. This is getting a little awkward. I'm gonna leave now.
All right. So McVeris, you made it back to the house. Is there anything you're doing before or reporting back before heading back out?
No.
Okay. Is there anyone else is doing?
I'm sleeping.
I am gonna ask my mouse here about the picture. I'm gonna question him again about it because I want to know
Okay.
the hell that's all about.
So he basically, if you pull the picture back out and you have Bigby with you, he basically just runs over and just lays down right on top of the Chewinga.
And I am gonna be like, were you my father's?
And he will just kind of take his nails and just pat on it.
Hold on, I'm gonna go grab the druid man. One of the two druid men.
Okay.
I'll ask Aramon if he has any way to communicate with beasts.
He's like, I can eat them.
I should say, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. Unless I actually transform into one of them.
So while you're doing that, the other thing for you, Samariel, you'll notice that all the spells that you wanted to move into that book are now moved into that book.
Okay, fair enough. I deducted the gold.
Yep. Yeah, I know you did. That's why I just tell you did finish that. They just showed up. And I will remove your unconscious state. All right, so you went to Aramon, and he doesn't really have much way to communicate with animals.
I'll ask Meg Varys then. If he has
Alright.
any way to communicate with animals.
No, all I got's animal messenger.
Wait a minute, you're a furbolg. I'm pretty sure you can just talk to them, just bog standard.
That's what I'm looking at. I got Furbog magic. Let me see the fuck. Yeah, there's nothing listed for that. Great.
Hang on a sec.
Do I hear you talking about this?
Yes, most likely.
I'd assume you are in.
Speech of beast and leaf. You have the ability to communicate in a limited manner with beasts and plants. They can understand the meaning of your words, that you have no special ability to understand them in return.
Hold on. I don't know if this is a wizard spell or not.
While you are looking at that, secondarily, Percy, you now have recovered consciousness, and you find yourself attuned to the shield.
Okay.
What's interesting about it now is now the shield's talking to you, and it's all quiet over on Zeke's side, and
Thank
all
God.
you hear is, "Take me to Avernus. Take me to Avernus. I must return home."
Shut up, Martian. I will. Shut up, Marvin. I'll get up and kind of steady myself and look around at my companions, blinking my eyes twice. I'll look over and see what I assume to be a bound and unconscious, possibly not unconscious, Thavius Creek nearby.
He would have had a chance to be conscious. I will let Bear decide if he has remained conscious or not. Did you go
No.
back over and knock him out, or did you leave him awake?
Nope, he's got to stay knocked out. Can't have him screaming
All right.
and drawing attention.
All right, so roll me a d4 to see how much longer he's knocked out for this time around. He's knocked out for 45 more minutes.
Okay, so he's knocked out when I wake up then.
Yes. Yes, he is.
So I will wake up, kind of blink my eyes, standing up, go, well, I have some questions. Firstly, did we manage to take care of that Duke or Duchess of Van Thampa?
She
Yes.
did.
Yeah, who's carrying the head in the
You.
whatever? Me?
No, you handed it off to me.
Okay.
Oh.
Because I said I couldn't carry anybody because I'm really weak, so you gave me the head and said, fine, I'll drag him.
Second question. Did we have any trouble on the way back here?
No.
Third
No,
question. Why did we drag him with us?
You guys said he was important.
Oh,
He is
no.
important. I just don't see how it was a smart idea to drag a famous politician from a foreign city halfway across Baldur's Gate into this location. And just for curiosity's sake, I get up, stumble my way over towards the nearest window, towards the front of the villa, and just part over whatever constitutes as the curtains and look outside to see if anybody's outside waiting for us.
So you look outside and you see the normal day, but like I said, it's different than what you'd seen previously. It's a nice clear day. The citizens seem to be a little bit more cheerful than normal. You can hear some people humming as they're walking down the streets. You don't see anyone necessarily eyeing the house at the moment.
Okay, I was shutting the shutters again. I will turn around and say, well, lucky we don't have a company waiting for us outside.
Again.
Again, thank you. I think the best thing to do right now is to try to keep him bound and gagged and get a hold of probably Zodge right away. Elsewise, I honestly don't know what else to do with this fellow than simply leave him here while we continue with our business.
I figured if anyone wanted to see him, though, it'd probably be good to get him over to the Burning Fist, or Flaming Fist.
Understood, which is a little curious as to why I didn't stop there with him in the first place, but beyond the point, we're in the middle of daytime now. Surely somebody's going to notice us moving this gentleman halfway across the city.
Man, do I have an idea for you.
So
Zeke.
apparently I can talk to beasts, but I can't understand them what the hell they're.
Zeke,
So,
What's up?
you want to know what's on your rat's mind? Give it to me.
I'm really scared to give the man who knows more about me than I know about myself my rat.
so
Oh,
do you
boy.
hand him Bigby?
I'll hand him Rigby.
Okay.
All right, I'll go sit in the corner and through ritual cast Speak with Animals.
Okay. So you take your 10 minutes or whatever it takes to bring up the ability to speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What do you say?
Once it's cast, then I say, Zeke, what do you want? What do you want to know about your rat?
I need to know if he's my father's familiar.
Rat, are you his father's familiar?
No.
He said no.
Then whose familiar is he?
Listen here, Bub Rat. He wants to know whose familiar you are.
I am no one's familiar.
Says he's familiar with no one.
Then why is he in this photo? And I'll flip the photo over to him.
And he'll get all excited.
Listen, Rat, he wants to know why you're in. He says that's him.
But why is he there?
Which one in that photo is you? Is there a rat in that photo? I don't even know what the photo looks like.
No, there's a small like spirit in the bottom of it.
You ask for that. He'll run over and he'll lay right on top of the chewinga again.
The chewinga? What the fuck's that? Anyway, he's a chewinga. He's that thing he's laying on.
Okay, but why was he in the photo?
Intelligence of 2.
He wants to know why you were in the photo.
Family.
Your rat said it's family.
Are the rest of us hearing this?
No, just me. You only
Yep.
hear what I say, the rat.
Well, I mean,
saying.
I'm wondering if we're hearing the conversation between you and Zeke.
We're
Oh, we're all in a room together right now.
Yeah, you're all in the same room, so yeah.
Perhaps that rat was a family pet?
And all of a sudden, you kind of see the Rigby starts. His nose gets real happy, and he kind of pats real quickly on the mat, and kind of shakes his head, nodding up and down.
You were the family pet? How the hell did a family get a pet chewinga?
Still don't know what a chewinga is. He looks like a damn rat.
You know, when you start hiring undocumented workers, and
Careful.
Oh Lord.
Anything else, Zeke? I only got like 9 more minutes to be able to talk to your rat.
I guess. Were you in the house on that day? And I'll lean down and kind of look at him.
He wants to know were you in the house when that picture was taken?
No.
Yes.
Was he in the house on that day?
What day?
Just ask him the question.
Were you in the house on that day?
Yes.
He says yes.
What happened?
All right, Zeke, I'm just letting you know Bub rats have kind of limited intelligence for narrative, so I don't know what you're expecting.
Not
to
a
get
rat.
from
He's a chewinga.
him. All right.
Looks like a rat to me.
Rat, he wants to know what happened on that day.
Protect family.
Now your rat said protect family.
I love that you're telling me everything he's saying.
Oh my god, I'm just picturing the worst X-Men comic where Wolverine is literally relaying everything the Professor X says to him. He's like,
Give it 3 minutes, the claws will come out and you'll hear.
oh.
All right, last question. Did anyone else get out alive?
He wants to know if anyone else got out alive. Capachubra.
do not know.
Your rat
What?
doesn't know.
Why is he a rat and not a whatever?
I don't know. I thought he was a rat there. Airmon, your guess is as good as mine.
Looks like a rat to me.
I'm gonna pick Rigby up. I'll put him back in my pocket and go. Well, guess it's something. I'll pick up the
All right.
picture and pocket it back again.
Oh my god, do I look forward to part 2 of the grilling of the rat. like this was entertaining enough. I can't wait till you go to have him relay more backstory.
Sorry, there wasn't much. Like I said, rats aren't very good at narrative.
Not
They've
a
got
rat.
simple minds. Whatever the fuck it is, it's got a simple mind.
All right.
I'll treat him with a cracker, and I'll also feed Slobber Chops some food as well for the morning.
All right. So you take care of your menagerie of pets you're developing.
I do. I feel like I'm gonna come out of freaking Avernus with 3 more.
One of them able to spit
Only-
fire out of its mouth.
Listen, buds, it's morning. We've rested. I say we get our business with Zod over with. Collect our bounty.
Agree, but what do we do with him?
Turn
Just
him
bring
over to
him towards
Zod.
Thebes. Are we kneeling before Zod?
We didn't last time we saw him.
I believe it was Zod who we were to report to.
Listen, Bob, it's 1 letter. It's not a big deal.
Well, actually, it's 2. It's JJ.
2.
I think.
All right.
Listen,
So
Zeke,
anyone
that's
else
the same
doing
shit you
any?
said at Daggerford. We don't need that
Now,
again.
Zeke, tell me about this plan about how we're going to get Thaddeus over to the Flaming Fist.
I call it a weekend in Baldur's Gate.
Oh dear God!
Cutscene 2. Zeke
Why
on
don't I
one
just-
end, myself
Why
on
don't I
the
just
other.
carry him
All right.
again?
All right. Before we talk about this plan, I need to know is everyone in agreement? Y'all are heading straight to Zod's office at 9 a.m. in the morning once McVeris gets back
I think
and
so.
as rejoining. Okay. So you're not
Yeah.
going to do anything else. You're not going anywhere else. You're going straight there.
I'd say it takes a little bit of time to get this plan prepped out.
No. I agree with that, but I just want to know if anyone's doing anything outside of the story plot of trying to get Davis Creed to Zod.
No,
Don't think
I'm
so.
good.
Okay.
No,
Alright.
no plan.
All right. Continue with your planning then.
All right, then I will just straight up just inform him about the plan of weekend at Baldur's Gate and how we can make him walk and talk and wave and all that good stuff.
Dumb question. What do you call it? Did we actually kill him?
No,
No.
he's unconscious.
Okay.
I'm just picturing us walking with him. He's like, "I'm feeling better." No, you're not. Back in the head again.
That sounds unnecessarily complicated.
I love it. Let's do it.
Listen, Bob, I say we just get him awake. I put manacles on him. We gag him and we walk his ass over to Zod.
Again, famous politician. It'd be like carting JFK through downtown Houston in the 1960s.
Is this before or after the bullet?
During.
Well, does anyone have any illusion magic?
I'd stare right back at the wizard.
Not an illusionist.
How can I go? Look, man, I made fun of somebody one time and his head exploded. I don't know how this shit works either.
I can punch him in the face until it swells up and nobody can notice him.
While they're discussing that, I want to assume Zeke and I have already gotten the mechanism working.
Wait, did you just say beat the shit out of him until his face swells up?
So, just so I'm aware, you're working on a mechanism to have Thavius walk, and the 2 performers are Zeke and Percy. Is that correct?
Correct.
I think so.
Okay.
I'll
All
be
right.
on one side of him, we'll be on the other, and then we'll have a hat on his head to disguise his face.
Okay. All right. Is anyone countering this plan before we execute it?
Yes.
I'm
Not
giving y'all
unless
one.
you let me use disguise self on him.
Yes, but here's what. Hold on, I have to whisper you. Hold on.
Okay. Okay.
How you whispering this again?
/W space, and then you
Yeah.
can start typing his name and hit tab to autocomplete it.
Only thing I got is make him look like something else.
Is it DM?
If you'll let.
Well, disguise self only affects
Try
yourself.
DM, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Should be /whisper GM.
Oh, /whisper GM. Yep. Yep.
Listen, bud, I told you I can disguise him.
I mean, I do. To be fair, I do have a disguise kit.
Might as well touch him up.
Can I try to disguise him, Crowel?
Sure. Tell me how you're going to do it.
I'm
Turn him
going
into a
to.
clown.
That'll just draw more attention. I want to put him in like so. He's obviously wearing pretty lavish stuff. I'm gonna try and make it so his clothes are a little more tattered. He looks a little more dirty. I'm definitely
Okay.
gonna put some type of either hat or cowl over his head, so when his head's down, you can't really see what he's doing.
So to do that, you basically take the unconscious Theo's Creek, you throw him down on the ground, and you roll him on the dusty floor to dirty up his clothes. Is that what you're telling me you're doing?
And then I'll take my dagger and like
Okay.
cut up his clothes a little bit.
Okay. All right. So you put some gashes in it. All right. So now he's all dusty, dirty, and all right. I'll allow that.
Is there any old hats in this house? Can I find the biggest, most ridiculous hat possible and put it on his head? Man, where's a hat of disguise?
Give me a perception check. See if you can find a hat. It's going to have to be pretty high DC though, because this house has been abandoned for a very long time. Yeah, you don't find anything.
Aw.
Okay, well then, just to
I
see
was
how
really
well I
hoping.
do it,
I was really hoping you could find like the Mad Hatter's hat.
there's my disguise kit check.
Okay.
Just shave his head with a fucking dagger.
Crap.
Honestly, I pictured him exactly like the guy from
Yep.
Final Fantasy VII.
Which one?
The guy who he used to dress up like a female for Cloud.
Oh,
So now you're going to make him look like a female?
No.
Oh.
This is how I picture him. Hold on, what the fuck's his name?
By the way, while you're discussing all this, I'm going to, basically be like, while I thought this was a great plan when we were in the sewers, I don't know if I necessarily agree with it now, but just throwing out my reservations.
All right.
We could
Yeah,
always
you-
just rent a carriage.
well, we gotta walk him to the carriage now, don't we?
All right. So you got them all dirtied up. You got the mechanism working. You got the two players that are going to be on the left side and right side of them. Tell me what's next.
I guess we basically weakened at Bernie's our way out, trying to hail down a
Are,
carriage.
are y'all going first, or is someone else going in front of you?
I imagine we let someone kind of travel, like we like make a square around him almost, like we put him in the center.
As
Yeah.
they slip out the door, I walk down an alley.
Okay. So you go out and you bolt down an alley away from the group. Okay. All right. So Samario kind of walks off his own direction. Rogan, McVeris, are you in line with this Weekend at Bernie's act here?
Yeah, I guess.
I'll see
Okay.
what
So all right.
side
So y'all following? Airman, are you following along?
I'm gonna stay like 20 foot behind them, but I am gonna
Okay.
follow.
All right. So to get to Zaj's house, I'm going to need y'all can do it with advance since y'all doing it together, but let's say 3 performance checks.
Ooh, I'm good at that.
At 20 from me.
Here's my second one.
I see 3. So okay. So y'all start kind of bouncing down the streets, and people are kind of waving at you, and you're waving back, and y'all got the mechanism, and Thea's Creed kind of waves, and his wave, his hand kind of goes limp because y'all didn't actually expect to have to move his hand. But he's kind of waving his arm around and trotting along. And he's going good. I need one more check. Let me see what I want. Because I need to see if that mechanism lasts the entire time. Let's do...
Shoddy engineering. Is that what you're doing?
You know what? Let's do a straight up... Let's just do a charisma check. Not with advantage. Both y'all can roll it to see if you can keep the mechanism functioning the entire time. Alright, so... The side of Zeke's... The side that Zeke is working flawlessly all the way up there. The side that Percy is about 3/4 of the way up towards Dodge's house starts to kind of fall apart. So now instead of waving with his hand kind of limp, he's waving at his elbow.
That's
And
fine.
people are
He can be a pageant girl.
People are starting to take notice a little bit, trying to figure out what's going on. And you start hearing whispers. There's something wrong with that guy.
Why
are they
he's
so
had a little
close?
too much to drink.
Yeah, we loudly say, "Come on, buddy. What was that? All that nonsense last night."
Number
I told
question
you.
is, how can they see him behind a giant ass fur bog? But
Well, he's waving around.
All right, so y'all continue to do it, and y'all successfully make it to Zodge's front door. Before you enter, is there anything you guys are doing?
No.
Nope. We
Mission
knock on the
failed
door.
successfully.
It's at this point I would like to reappear, by the way.
Okay.
And I'm just
Where did
gonna-
you go?
Well, I pull up on a cart with a horse with a tarp in the back, and I'm gonna be like, why didn't we just go buy a tarp and go and rent a horse and carriage?
Oh. Well,
This seemed cheaper.
this seemed cheaper.
It was 1 gold.
And it's 1 gold well saved.
All right. So y'all entering Zodge in this full getup?
Yeah.
Pretty
All right.
much.
Okay, so you come in, and as y'all enter, you see the familiar clerk there, and he kind of looks up at you and goes, "Oh no, not y'all again. What do y'all want now? And who in tarnation is that?"
And I'll go.
He kind of points behind you.
I'll go.
pull off-
Well,
No. I pull off the hood, revealing who exactly it is, and say, "We need to see Zodge now."
And you see his eyes, the clerk's eyes get bright, wide up. He stands attention. He goes, "What? Never mind. And he runs off, and a few minutes later, he ushers you towards, "Hey, follow me, follow me, quickly.
Yep, we follow quickly.
Alright, so now you're entering Zodge's office. Upon entering, you see Zodge sitting at his desk. To the left of him, you see 2 familiar people. The first one is Fallister Fisk, who you met in the dungeon very recently. And another one is a cloaked woman that, Percy, you recognize as someone you encountered over at the Low Lantern.
Shoot, did she ever give us a name?
I don't think she ever told your name because you brushed her off pretty quickly.
no, I think she did because she introduced herself. I am so and so, and he goes, "I don't care," and he kept walking.
Oh yeah, you're right. Right. So yeah, you're right. You're right. That's how you brush her. Yeah. So you see Rhea stand next to it. So tell me who enters first.
I
assume the
imagine it'd
Crowel.
be me and Percy carrying Zajan.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Or not
Alright.
Zajan, rolling Thieviuson.
I'm coming along
Alright.
like I'm tying the horse up.
Yep. So Samaria's a little behind everyone, and Aramon, Brogan, McVeris, are you behind?
yeah,
I am very much so behind.
Okay. All right. So as Percy and Zeke walk in with Thea's Krieg. First thing that happens, Zodge kind of just looks up at you guys and says, "Well, you're finally back." And not even before he has a chance to say another word, you see Rhea run straight towards Thavius Krieg to see if that's really him, and wakes him up.
We let it, I let it happen. I don't know about the rest of you.
All right.
We're pretty much where we need to be, so I have no problem with it.
Okay. All right. So Rhea wakes up Thavius Krieg, so now Thavius Krieg's awake. What am I? Rhea. What happened? And Rhea will take a step back because she senses something's different about him, and looks right at you. What did you do to him?
I didn't do anything, but I think I know what might be wrong with them.
I will, if I can, I will maybe detaching my mechanism, whatever it is, basically thrust him to the ground, pull out a torch, and light it in an effort to cast his shadow against the wall.
Okay.
At
All
the
right,
same time, I'll pull up that puzzle box and show her.
So, all right. So this happens at the same time. So the first thing that happens is you light the torch, and sure enough, the shadow doesn't match what you expect Thavius Krieg's shadow to look like. Rhea takes a gigantic step back. What in the world?
Yeah,
I don't.
that was
believe
pretty
it.
much
There's
our
no
reaction.
way. And at the same time, Fallish Fist looks at that puzzle box and says, "Found it. That's it. We gotta figure out what's inside that thing."
I will look over towards Zod and say, the last of the Van Thampers has been dealt with as requested. However, we happen to come across Mr. Thavius Krieg wandering about downstairs within their location. He seemed to be interested in this here shield. And I will pull the shield off of my back and gesture it towards him. We moreover found his quarters, along with some of his personal effects. The extent of what is happening with, well, that, gesturing towards the shadow, with the shield and what he intends entirely to do, well, frankly, I don't believe the lie he has been telling us.
Okay. So he looks at it, he goes, "Are you sure all the Van Thampers are dead?"
Well,
I
minus the
will
one that helped
No,
us.
Might be a little.
Yes, I believe they're all dead.
Thank goodness, because if there was any alive, I would hunt them to the ends of the earth. All right.
Wait, didn't we have him deliver a letter to Zaj?
You did, but you don't know if it ever got there.
That was what I had already thought, is maybe he already sent a letter out and had informed them.
Yeah, you don't know know whatever happened when Zodge and Mordok encountered each other.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
So, I'm grateful that the Van Thampers are no longer a concern. All right, so let's deal with the known business, and then we'll deal with this Thavius Krieg issue. And Thavius, shut up! I don't want to hear it right now. Just and you kind of see him kind of just totally just like flabbergasted. He's more exhausted than anything, so he's almost just not even really caring that he was just told to shut up. He's just kind of limp. And so the first thing that happened is in exchange for each one of your badges, you will get 200 gold. So please remove the badge from your inventory.
Do we have the option of keeping the badge?
No. Well, you can. Your service to the Flaming Fist is concluded.
Oh.
Please turn in your badge, and you will get your reward.
What is it called?
God,
in the
I thought the
inventory?
reward
I
was
can't find it.
500
I think it's just called Flaming Fist badge. I thought.
Yeah.
I must not have it in my inventory.
I have it, but I don't know how the hell to delete it.
Right click on it, and then there'll be the menu that says delete item.
All right.
Yeah, Percy. For some reason, you're the only one who didn't have one. Everyone else had one. So may have gotten deleted in one of my imports I was doing for you early on.
And you said
Yep.
add 200 gold for that?
Nope. I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay. My God.
So there's your 200 gold for business rendered. All right. Now that that's taken care of, what are we supposed to do with this thing?
Apparently, there's a possible threat that what has happened at El Crowel may very well be happening with Baldur's Gate. I believe this gentleman knows more than he's letting on.
That's probably probably a good thought. And all of a sudden, as soon as you hear it, the door busts open and 6 guards just come marching in from the Flaming Fist. Behind it is a person who looks like this.
Final encounters
I
in Baldur's
shared the wrong thing.
Thank you.
Let me not share that.
Gate. Sarah, what? Ignore me.
I was trying to share this. Okay, let's try this again. All right.
Okay.
And as soon as she walks in, the soldiers part ways, and immediately Captain Zodge stands up, and eyes are bright white and just almost in fear. And he salutes her and says, Commander Porter, I was told you were not to be in Baldur's Gate for another 10 days. She replies, that's what the city's government wanted you to think, Captain. Then she turns to you. I trust you've been adequately compensated?
Yes, ma'am, I suppose. I'm afraid you've caught us a little off guard.
Well, you causing all this chaos throughout the city. Probably not the smartest thing to have done. And
Apologies, ma'am, but what chaos?
taking out one of the dukes. You took out Duke Van Thampers, and there's only 2 dukes left for Baldur's Gate. I would prefer to have taken this out a little bit more discreetly.
With all due respect, madam, that was our job.
Yes, I know, and I'll deal with the captain in my own time. Captain, you're dismissed. And all of a sudden, Captain Zodge gets up and looks around and grabs Thavius to take him off to a holding cell, if you allow it.
I will.
Yeah.
And they disappear from room, and then she sits down. She says, now then, what am I going to do with you guys?
I beg your pardon, madam. We were hired by your associate to do a job. We've done it, and we've been compensated. I believe our business is done.
Yeah. Well, I would like to have thought so myself, but that shield on your back tells a different story.
What about the shield?
We need to learn more about that shield. I've heard stories about it.
Okay, one sec.
We need to get to the bottom of this. And Kate, or Zeke, do you still have the puzzle box out?
Yeah, I still have it in my hand.
She looks at that. She goes, so you have that as well. Fallister. Yes, ma'am. Can you, do you think Silvaro will be able to help these guys unlock the mysteries of these 2 items? If anyone can, it will be her. And then she turns back and looks at you and says, I need you guys to disappear for a little bit so we can take care of reorganizing and getting things better for Baldur's Gate. There's people out looking for you guys still. And getting you out of the city may take a little bit of effort. But I suggest you make your way to Candlekeep. seek out Silvira. Take Fallister with you. He knows the way, and he can help. And then Ray will also pop up and just kind of still in shock a little bit. I just can't believe it. I cannot believe what I saw. I need to understand what's going on. And if you will let me, I will also like to accompany you.
Hey, I'll be right back, guys.
Well, my only question for you then is, how did you know him?
To Rhea, you asked her?
Yeah.
I was one of the Hell Riders. He was my boss.
That explains a lot.
People said that he had gone crazy and snuck out. I just didn't want to believe it. I had been working for him for a millennia, it feels like. I gotta find the truth. Gotta figure out, is there a way to help him?
You think the way to help him is by traveling with us to Candlekeep? Moreover, what is it so important about this shield that everyone seems so ham on getting their hands on it? Seems to me the best thing for it would be to travel into the middle of the ocean and cast it down into the water below, where no one would find it for millennia.
That shield is a unique specimen. Larry will respond, and it contains a very distinct entity inside of it, and we must treat it with a little bit of respect, but more importantly with care, that you don't unleash the devil inside of it upon this earth that will destroy everything that we know and love. And then right when you say that, you hear a whisper, I don't want to destroy anything. I want to go back home. Take me home.
I ignore it completely and say, with all due respect, well aware that there's a demon inside of this thing, trapped within. I don't know the entirety of the nature behind what makes this shield so important yet. Yes, I understand its importance of keeping it away and preventing it from whatever creature is trapped inside from getting out. Again, it seems to me the best thing for this thing is to lock it up in a way that nobody could ever access the damn thing.
And she'll look up, she goes, that's the problem. We don't know how to protect it. Every time it's been, quote, locked up, it has managed to escape. And other people find it, we bring it back, we go hide it again, we lock it up, and within hours, it's gone. We can never figure out what's going on with this thing. We're hoping if Silvira can investigate it and look at it, she can give us a plan on how to properly dispose of this thing.
So what you're saying is we need to travel to Candlekeep, form a fellowship, and cast into the fires of Mount Doom?
If that's what Silvira suggests, yes. She is the renowned expert on the Nine Hells. If anyone knows what to do with it, and as well as that stupid puzzle box you got there, she's the one that will be able to answer the questions and be able to give us advice and how to proceed. There's more at stake than Baldur's Gate at this point, gentlemen. The survival of all the residents of El Terrell could surely rely and rest in y'all's capable hands at this moment.
I appreciate the apparent forethought of what you deem our capability when you were so keen on chiding us for chaos earlier. You're a strange one to read, Miss Porter.
Well, I was summoned here by my uncle saying that Duke Van Thamper was under assault by a band of lack of better terms, miscreants. And it wasn't until I got into town that I found out that you guys were set on this path by Captain Knucklehead. And I got to set things right. The security matters of Baldur's Gate is my first priority. I've got to pay attention to it.
Speaking of those matters, while you're discussing the Van Thampers, perhaps these might interest you. and I will take out the ledgers that incriminate their cultic
Yeah,
activity and pass it on to her.
she will kind of look like, ah, wow, I do not read this language. You
Allow me
know,
to aid you, and I will read a few passages that pretty much, because I speak Infernal,
yep.
basically go through a couple of the passages that implicate her in particular,
Okay.
the Van Thappers.
So, so this has been going on a long time. I will
Much to
have
the
to let my
detriment.
uncle know this.
Who is your uncle, by the way?
Duke Porter. Why, of course. Second in charge under Grand Duke Ravengard. With Ravengard being missing, I hope we can find him. I hope he's safe. But Lord willing, my uncle would be the only Duke left in Baldur's Gate to run the government.
One final question. I understand the apparent nature of what needs to be done here. And you sure you're okay with us being the ones to carry this shield out all the way to Candlekeep? Moreover, how do we get into Candlekeep?
Well, those are good questions, and I'll say I will. If you will allow Mr. Fisk here to venture with you, I'm sure he has a way or an understanding of how to enter Candlekeep.
Gesturing
The only
towards
thing I
Fallister?
could, to Fallister Fisk.
I didn't know his last name.
Yep. And she will say, I've got to make security of Baldur's Gate my top priority. So getting you out of the city, I will gladly assist you in helping you get out. But once you're out, you're on your own. And I suggest you do not return for a while we get things calmed down here.
I will look over towards Fallister and say, Mr. Fisk, what can you tell us about getting into Candlekeep? And moreover, what can you tell us about this Sylvira person?
So he'll kind of look up and says, "Well, getting into Candlekeep's pretty easy. It requires a single entry fee of a rare tome that they don't already currently have in their library. If we give them that, we're in.
Well,
Simple enough."
okay. I ain't exactly one to carry many books on hand.
Well, do any of your associates, have they come across any rare tomes recently? Or do they have any?
I look at my companions.
I have a couple really expensive books I may or may not have acquired through the Van Thamper.
If you remember, there are, I don't even remember how many there were. I think there was 20 books or something.
First edition books, yeah, I have them on me right here.
Yeah, so he has like 20 first edition books that he stole out of the library, and y'all left the common books, but he took all the rare ones with him.
Okay. So, Zeke, how do you say that out loud in the midst of the Flaming Fist compound?
That's literally how I say it. I go, I may or may not have acquired some rather expensive books from the Van Thamper Villa.
Larry will look at you and say, I don't know if I just don't care at this moment, or if my hatred for the Van Thampers is so strong that I feel it's justified. Whatever,
I guess I'll give her whatever books she needs then.
Why are you giving them to her, though? You're trying to get the Candlekeep.
Oh, that's right. No.
You're not there yet.
I say, well, it seems the path is set ahead of us. Gentlemen, I know that we had discussed going our separate ways by the end of all this, but If you're willing to follow this strange path down where it leads, I'd be welcome to have you with.
Suppose the only thing I have out is still got my little tab to deal with. But I already have enough for that.
No, he said if you did the job, he'd cover the tab.
Right?
Yeah. So your tab is paid in full.
Sweet.
And you got 200 gold.
Yeah. The only one who has legitimately any business, maybe Brogan in town and McVeris in town. Other than that, most of you guys. Well, I take it back. You also have a boat that you potentially could still deal with. Those are the outstanding things in Baldur's Gate. Other than that, if you take Fallister and Rhea with you, or just one or the other, the next steps would be to get you out of the city and level to level 5. That is where we're at in the storyline.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. I had to take care of the dog.
I'm gonna turn and go out the door where Zodge went.
Okay, so you go following Zodge.
Yeah.
Okay. You catch up to him right about the time he's returning from the holding cell that he just stuck Davius in. So you are semi alone.
Listen, Captain Bub. I know you're the law around here.
I'm not the law anymore.
Well,
You
you
not-
were. You probably
The
confiscated
commander's
weapons
back.
from people that you've detained. There's a lot of fights in doing this job for you where the weapons I'm wielding just weren't all that efficient.
So what are
I'm
you
saying
asking?
I'll give you back the 200 gold you gave me. If you have any weapons, big weapons like the one I've got, this halberd, if you got anything like that got the residue or some magic on it that help me better in the future.
I don't know if we have anything like that. Most of that stuff we destroy. We don't like magic here in Baldur's Gate. We want to be more refined type of civilization.
All right. Well, I
I
guess not.
I will see. Let me go see what I can do. But this is going to take some time. Keep the gold for now, and meet up with me right before y'all get too far out of town.
I think we're about ready to go right now, to tell you the truth, bud.
Uh,
I need to talk to somebody about some bounties for some gold, if that's possible.
uh, all right. Well, give me 4 or 5 hours. I'll catch up with you at if you take Fallister with you, I'll meet up with you at Fallister's house. I know how to get there, and I'll let you know what I find.
All right. And turn around and go back to where everybody's at.
Okay. All right. What's everyone else doing before I deal with McVeris and his bounties?
Well, to Percy's response, I'll slap on the back and go, hell, I got nowhere else to go right now.
Okay.
And same for me as well.
And say, all right. Lyra will kind of look up and say, look, it's roughly 10:30, almost 11 o'clock right now. Do whatever business you need to get done in town, and meet Fallister at the Basilisk Gate at 5 p.m. and we'll get you out of town. Try not to cause any more trouble. Try not to run into any unsightly characters that may still be looking for you.
I appreciate the warning, Captain, but if what you say about the shield is true, I don't frankly know that I can guarantee it.
Yeah. Well, that's why I used the word try.
I will bow low and walk out.
Okay. Do you take Fallister with you?
I assume he follows.
He follows you out, but do you allow him to join the party?
Seems
Sure,
like
why
he's our
not?
best chance, so yeah.
All right. What about Rhea?
If she's following, then yes.
She
Like-
also joins the party then.
Unless one of you has objections, don't let me speak for the party.
Nah, the more the merrier.
Okay.
The less chance I have of getting hit.
All right. So Fallister says, "All right, go get what you done. Meet me at the Basilisk Gate at 5 p.m. We'll head to the outer city. I need to stop by my house so I can get my weapons, and then we'll head off to Candlekeep."
Understood. We'll meet back at 11, 12. We'll meet back in 2 hours.
A little bit later than that. So,
Whatever.
but yeah. Okay. All right. So they take off for now, and they're going to go take care of some personal business. So now's your chance. If y'all have any additional business to handle in Baldur's Gate, now would be time to do it. So you tell me.
The only thing I would try to do is see if I can find someone to buy a potion of healing or 2 off of.
Okay. You travel for a little bit. You go into a couple different potion shops. They didn't have anything. Once you go into the third shop, you're able to find 2 potions of healing that you could purchase for 50 gold each.
Okay. I will do so.
Okay. Go and add that to your inventory.
I guess we're just heading out right now then, other than just obviously traveling the town.
Yeah, I mean, y'all have got roughly a half a day to take care of any business in Baldur's Gate. If y'all are doing it together, you let me know. If y'all are going to go your separate ways and come back, but y'all all agreed to kind of meet up about 5 p.m. at Basilisk Gate.
Well then, I'm gonna go to El Song Tavern and make a night of it.
Give me a day of it because it's like 11 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a day drinker.
Okay. So you head off to El Song Tavern. All right. Anyone else going with him?
No. I go to that place where I was staying, what is near the bathhouse, and just collect
Okay.
my belongings and pay the room and
Okay.
check out, more or less.
All right.
Um,
So at checkout, it costs you like 5 gold to check out. Other than that, everything's good and you're collecting your belongings.
Crow, I can't adjust my treasure. If you could just get rid of 10 platinum.
Yes. Give me 1 second.
I will probably go with Zeke because, we were all thrown together pretty much, opportunistically, and I think he's the only one that I've spoken with really that had the plans.
Okay.
And I'm
you
still curious about the Chewinga.
okay? So you're heading off to the El Song Tavern. Rogan's gone off to get check out his hotel. Aaron, tell me what you're doing.
I'm gonna go to the gate and take a nap.
All right, so you're just heading to the gate to hang out. So, all right, that brings us back to McVeris. McVeris, you said you wanted to find something about some type of bounties. Tell me what's going on.
I just need to find some way to make gold or platinum.
I'd say to sell your body, but no one wants to be near that smell.
So tell me
Even
what
the
you do to
dead
try to
run
find
away.
somebody, because you're not part of a thieves guild. So
Oh no, just ask around, I guess.
A furbog walking through town going, "You need someone dead?"
who smells of death, if not worse.
Wouldn't wouldn't you be good at things like fertilizer and that type of stuff?
Uh,
You trying to say a farmhand?
so
I'm trying to smell like shit and you're a druid. I would imagine that you would know some gardening tools or tips.
Gibbs.
Oh lord.
Give me a perception check.
Oh shit.
Okay. With that natural 20, you find someone that says, And strangely enough, this is not where you would expect to find work. This is actually a jewelry shop. While you're inside this jewelry shop, you had a help wanted sign out there, and you go in, and the guy is very refined, has Coke bottle glasses, kind of looks up at you, says, "Can I help you?"
I see you had a help wanted sign in the window. What do you need help?
Yes. I need someone to man the store for the next 4 or 5 hours. My normal help disappeared, and do you have any references?
No.
Well, I don't know if I could trust you to do that job. Tell you what, I got a better idea. Since I can stay at the store and blah, and then if I do that, yeah, okay. What I can do then is, what about if I hire you to deliver some merchandise for me?
I can do that.
Okay. So, if you deliver the merchandise, I will pay you. I don't know. Let's see. 4 gold per delivery. Does that sound good to you?
And how many deliveries?
As many as you can get done in 6 hours.
All right.
You can get 28 done in 6 hours.
Fantasy Amazon, they're drones/birds.
Amazon docs.
Hey, I am animal messenger. I can just send them out with animals.
Do you take the job?
Box
Yeah.
falls out of the sky.
Okay. So you start working on that.
He starts
So,
working on those deliveries in what, a few hours span in which we have to all meet up by this gate.
Yep. So roll me 1d20, and if you get above a 10, all your deliveries are successful, and you get 4 times 28 gold.
Oh, which die?
A d20. Yep. All right. So you get 4 times 28 gold.
Do I need to add it, or are you going to add it?
Oh, you want me to actually do the math for you too? What the heck, dude? Come on.
It's a DM's life for Crow.
You get 112 gold.
Instead of mapping, he does math. Instead of cracking, he gets cracked. It's a DM's life.
Yep. All right. So you doing anything else?
No, I guess I'll meet them at the gate.
Okay. You head towards the gate. All right. Brogan, you were able to check out. You still have a couple of hours before you're supposed to meet with them. Is there anything else you're doing, or are you just gonna go ahead up to the gate?
No, I got to meet at that one dude's house for Zaj.
Well, that's Fallister. You're that's the
Oh,
that's on your way out.
then I do not have anything else to do now.
Okay. All right. Zeke, Samario, y'all are over at Elsong Tavern. I would assume y'all have walked in, probably had a couple of drinks. What are y'all doing?
I'm just doing performances, making money, drinking, having fun.
I'm just perusing through my spell book, just kind of sitting here and occasionally glancing up to see, whatever Zeke's doing at the moment.
Okay. Why don't both y'all give me a perception check?
Sure.
I'd like to think I'm perceptive. Damn, I am.
So Zeke, while you're sitting there, you notice a few flaming fist guards walk, get some drinks, walk back out. Seems kind of odd that the guards would be getting drinks during the day, but not completely unusual in this particular town, especially now that the word is getting around that the commander's back. The second thing you notice is a few of these people walk in cloaked in the Van Thamper insignia. Come in, get a drink, starting kind of casing the joint.
So, seeing them,
Mm-hmm.
would you say I'm in the middle of performance while I see this?
Yeah, why not?
I'm going to use enthralling performance then.
Okay. What does that do for us?
I perform for at least 1 minute. I can attempt to inspire wonder into my audience by singing, reciting a poem, or dancing, in this turn, singing. At the end of my performance, I choose a number of humanoids in 60 feet who have listened and watched to all of it up to a number equal to my charisma modifier, which at this point is 3. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC or be charmed by you.
Okay. All right.
So I'm just going to find the 3 beefiest people in the tavern that are currently paying attention to me.
All right, give me 1 second here, because I do not have their stat blocks up. But let me grab them real fast. And what's the saving throw?
Wisdom save against my spell DC.
Which is what?
Currently would be
Just because I don't want.
a good question.
You have to look at D&D Beyond, because it doesn't list it in.
Should under your spell attacks under actions.
Is it?
Should.
No, mine doesn't.
No, mine doesn't either, Crow.
Really?
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
which is
That
I
seems
thought
like
was
something that's
very
missed.
weird. Yeah.
Huh. All right. Well, that's one thing that definitely Roll20 seems to have something over this.
Yes.
Currently it's a DC of. Oh, it's 8 plus proficiency plus modifier, right?
Charisma modifier, right?
Yeah, so it should be.
Yes.
It'd be your spell save DC, whatever it is.
Which I think is
yeah,
8
but-
plus 8 plus proficiency plus modifier, right? So it'd be 15 right now.
Okay, that's what I kind of figured it would be. All right. So.
You have a 15 DC?
Save.
Well, because it's 8 plus proficiency. Proficiency is.
2 at level 4.
Oh yeah, man, you're right. So it'd be a 13 DC.
I was gonna say.
All 3 of them save.
Damn. Okay. All right. Well, that's out the window.
Great rolls, Crow.
Thank you.
He was like, God damn him.
I was about to say he rolls a lot better.
Well, then I guess I'll just keep an eye on it for now.
Okay, so you're still performing, hamming it up. People are having a good time. They're casing the joint, but they're, the more you play, the less they kind of notice you. They don't really necessarily suspect that you guys are split up, and the fact that there's no real evidence that you guys are like even grouped together. So you're just patrons in there
Did
having
I
a good
even
time and
notice them at
performing.
all?
Do what?
Did I even notice them at all? I know he did. He rolled a 22.
Yeah, you noticed them come in. You're familiar enough with the insignias and stuff, and what to look out for, and the fact that you still had the cultist robes from that you were wearing, you definitely could tell that these guys were part of the
Gotcha.
Dead 3 cult somehow.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
yeah, easily. Do you do anything that you see them?
I'm just going to stick to my book and
Okay.
not really pay them any mind.
Okay. So after, let's see, what was I doing? Okay. Give me one second. I'm doing something for Brogan real fast. Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. All right. So after about half an hour or so, they kind of they walk out the door, and yeah, they don't really seem to pay any attention to you guys.
Okay, awesome.
All right. So Percy,
Mhm.
what are you doing after you get your healing potions?
I would like to go towards whatever constitutes a shrine of Timora,
Okay.
or temple, if there's a temple.
Okay. Yep. You definitely know where a temple is, and do you want to head on up there? Because you definitely have lived in this town long enough that you are very familiar with these places.
Okay. I will try to see if there's a location within the shrine or the temple where there is a secluded place in which I can go into prayer.
Okay, yeah, that's easily enough to do. You don't need to roll a perception check for this. You're familiar with this area. You have kind of your favorite little spot that you've gone to in the past, and you know, people are familiar with the area, recognize when you're there that you want to be left alone, and let you kind of uh, have some quiet time.
I will sitting alone, staring up at the depiction of Timor for a bit. I will pull out my holy symbol, which
Okay.
once belonged to my mentor, fiddle with it in my fingers for about 5 minutes, and then silently out loud in both prayer and in solo monologue mutter to myself, again. It happened again. I find myself in the midst of raising hell, falling and waking up. Death not taking me. Again. It's not yet my time. Well, it seems like it's burning around. And I'm still here. I don't know what the next steps are yet, but seems like I'm here for some reason.
So as you say that, your mind begins to wander a little bit, and you eventually start getting a vision, kind of just creeping up in the back of your mind as you're looking at it, and it's almost like it's a scene out of a painting. There's an endless ocean. The water is crystal clear. It looks like it's boundless night sky above it, and stars and the moon. The moon kind of waxed and waned a little bit. It's kind of fluttering, as if just kind of maybe some clouds kind of seep over and distort the moon a little bit. Um, and as you're looking across this ocean, your mind's getting more vivid and vivid and vivid. And right there in the middle of the ocean, you get kind of what you perceive in your mind as an island. Um, it looks like it's made of stone. Kind of an acropolis coming up out of the water. Um, and yeah, so you kind of see that.
When you say an acropolis coming out of the water, is that
Mhm.
favorite text for the stone island, or is there a literal acropolis on the island?
There is a literal acropolis on the island, and if you roll a history check or a religion check, I might be able to tell you what.
Okay. Let's do.
You know, just by looking at the essences of this picture, that in your mind you've seen book descriptions talk about this. You heard your master talk about it, but it's the plane of Asgard, and Argentil is the Acropolis you're seeing, and you know for a fact that what you're staring at are the gates of the moon.
What does this mean? I ask aloud.
Huh. All you hear is the gentle waves of the ocean in the back of your head. Almost like the picture's trying to talk to you, but the connection's not strong enough for you to understand it.
I close my eyes and focus, listening to the waves around me, listening intently, blinking a few times, staring up at the distorted visage of the moon. Peering away, I just sit and listen.
Okay. For a while you sit there and listen, you hear the crash of the waves. The picture's getting clearer and clearer. It's almost like you're approaching the Acropolis, and when you feel like you can just reach out and touch the island, it fades from view and everything goes black.
I open my eyes.
And you feel refreshed. And you have inspiration for the rest of the day.
Cool. I mutter to myself, a pathway forward and a light at the end of the tunnel, with purpose on a path yet not yet seen. Only one way to do it. Follow the path. And I walk out of the temple and make my way to the gate.
Okay. All right. Anyone doing anything else?
Not one bit.
Okay. All right. So it gets around 5 o'clock. Everyone kind of shows up. You see Rhea kind of standing at the gates. You also see Lyria kind of not necessarily at the gates, but kind of in the distant, in her holier than thou kind of look, kind of motions at the guards to kind of allow you guys out the gate. And Fallisher says, let's stop by my house. It's not far from here. And, from there, we can head to Candlekeep. And as soon as he says that, the basilisk gates slowly swing open. The Flaming Fist soldiers kind of push out to hold the Ultra Guardian refugees are trying to get in away. Kind of keeps pushing them back and opens up a kind of a sea and cuts a path to allow you guys to proceed through.
Are we continuing out on, I assume, some sort of caravan?
A small one.
Okay.
There's a few people that are bringing some supplies to some of the refugees. The outer city is in lots in shambles. There's been lots of looting and stuff going on in the outer city from all the refugees trying to, find bread and water and just to survive because, Baldur's Gate is not letting them in and they keep pushing them away. So there's a few, the commander kind of sends some food out there to kind of distract them and give you a chance to kind of make your way out to the outer city.
I do what I can to kind of shield myself, especially the shield that I'm carrying. And whoever's near and by me, I will mutter aloud, I feel like a sheep among wolves.
The shield will also kind of say, finally, we're on our way. Take me home.
I ignore it.
Okay. All right. So after about 20, 30 minutes of kind of the crowd starts getting thinner and thinner and thinner until you're finally in the part of the outer city where there's not a whole lot of people there, and y'all are able to make your way up to Fallister's house. And he stops in, he gets his armament, and about that time, Zodge comes knocking on the door. Says, "Hey, Brogan, got a moment?"
Yeah, bub. What's up?
Says, "Look, I wasn't really able to find you a whole lot. I think if you can, for the 200 gold, if you give that back to me, I think I can let you have this."
Poodoo.
Yeah,
Did you just say
is that fair?
poodoo?
Uda banda
No,
poodle.
it's like,
Poodoo.
if you don't want it, I'll just take it back and you keep the gold. And yeah, that's the best I can do for you.
Is it a trident? You said.
Yeah. The axe has a halberd.
Oh yeah. No, that's more than fine, bub.
For everyone else, since you can see it, you don't know what it does, but you see Zodge
What?
hand Brogan this.
Oh, that's ugly as shit.
I changed my mind.
Oh, that looks like it could stab someone 3 times over.
I've altered the deal.
Pray that I do not
Yeah.
alter it further.
So you can either take it or you can leave it.
No, that's more than generous here.
All right.
Take
So,
300.
and he takes the 300 gold and he immediately sticks it in his pocket and says, "This never happened." And then he turns and walks out the door.
This never happened. Like he stole that from someone. He's like, there you go.
Flaming
how do
fist, man.
how do I get it over there?
Give me a
My
second.
inventory.
I will have to add it. Just give me a minute. Brogan. Sign. All right, should be in your inventory now.
Exemplary halberd. Hope that's it.
It should be halberd of warning.
It says trident.
Oh, yeah, that's
No.
what the picture is, but it's actually called a halberd.
No,
I don't know why.
the only new thing I've got is exemplary halberd.
Yeah, maybe that's what it switched over as. Hold on, I'll just check. I just stuck it in your inventory.
Oh, you're sticking me with things.
Hey, you're the one that wanted something. Yeah, it came as exemplary halberd. So you probably have to copy the special effect it does.
Okay.
So I'll let you work on that while you're doing it. So while you're sitting here, everyone, we're leveling to level 5.
I did it on D&D Beyond. How do I get it to come over? Do you do that?
Well, I am going to do the first part of it for you guys, and then y'all are going to do the rest of it. So just give me 1 second here.
Okay.
Go to. Oh, I had it here. Okay, fine. Oh, why it always removes that? We gotta wait for the load real quick. Alrighty, so Barbarian for Brogan. And Zeke's a bard. And Percy's a paladin. Bears and Aramon are both druids. Last but not least is Mariel, who's a wizard. Alright. Everyone should be now level 5. And so your stat sheets should all reflect it. So all we need to really deal with is there any special... I don't think any of the melee get anything new other than now they get 2 attacks.
Just
spells
attacks,
doesn't.
proficiency bonuses went up.
That should have taken it automatically though.
Yep.
Okay. So really anyone who has spells, that's where we need to focus.
Yep, I'm working on it right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I got them in the D&D thing. How do I get them over?
You just gotta bring up spells on your right side column, go to the spell you want to add, and drag it over to your spell list.
Myself, I'm get 10 more feet of movement at level 5. I'm still showing 30 for my speed.
Okay.
Alright, that should be everything from me.
Not
I think
sure.
that should be everything from me as well.
Not
That's not
sure
let me
how
adjust
I-
the speed. Hold on, I gotta figure this out.
I suppose
Go,
we
go,
should
go
add-
ahead. And then I gotta work on Percy's stuff for a second too.
Oh yeah, you gotta add in the stuff
Yeah.
for the shield.
Yep.
I gotta bio. I'll be back while you're doing
Yep.
that. I have everything else set on my end, I think.
Oh wait, here we go. There we are. Speed. You said 40?
Yeah, it should be. I get 5 or 10 extra feet at level 5.
All right, there you go.
Ooh, that is it. There it is.
All right, so I got that fixed. Before I work on Percy's stuff, Ken, I think you said something. You having problems?
Yeah, how do I
Okay.
add a third? Like, I have like spells level 1, spells level 2. Do I actually have to pull the spell in for it to show spell level
Yes.
3? Okay.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, once you drag in the level 3 spell, it'll add that category.
All right.
All right.
Now I just gotta do that.
So Zeke, you said you're working on yours.
Yep, I'm
Airman.
actually done.
Okay.
All good. I just had one
Alright.
spell to add.
Okay. McVeris, how are you doing?
I'm clicking on spells and I have nothing there. I don't know why.
You don't have anything there.
Yeah, the last time I had spells here, and this time I do not.
Do you have something accidentally set up in the?
Oh no.
Yeah.
I clicked on spells.
So got something showing up on your quarterstaff that doesn't look right either. Yeah, fix it later. What spell are you trying to add?
Because I was supposed to be able to add a cantrip in a spell. And then I get the 2 spells that come from the swamp thing. I'm watching D&D Beyond. I'll have to let you know. Hold on.
Just tell me you're getting spells that tell what spells you want to add. Let me log in D&D Beyond, look at your character. Where's...
Oh my god, load.
Are the spells listed already
Yeah,
in D&D Beyond?
Yeah, I already did everything. While we were doing this, I looked at the spells. Or I
Okay.
knew what I wanted.
All right. Hold on.
I click on spells. There's nothing else.
This might time you guys out, but I'm loading the spells now. Meanwhile, I need to also deal with Percy's stuff. How am I going to add?
Yeah, I added one cantrip. I added one level 3 spell, and then I got Stinking Cloud and Water Walk. from
Stinking
being
cloud. What he
driven
gets from walking into a room.
I'll say, isn't that a natural thing? Alright, let's see here. I show for your cantrips right now, you have Druidcraft, Poison Spray, and Shillelagh. You're adding Thorn Whip. Is that correct?
Yes. Adding
Alright.
Thornwell. And the spells I added were Conjure Animals.
No,
and
hold on. Let me get there first. Alright, so then level 1s, you have Detect Magic, Disguise Self, Entangle, Goodberry, and Healing Word. You got Healing Word in there twice. I'm not really sure why
Frickin' good berry.
Healing Word in there twice, but that's alright. Then we have Acid Arrow, Animal Messenger, Darkness, Enhance Ability, Gust of Wind, Bold Person, Melissa Acid Arrow. Okay. So then we're adding Conjure Animals, Stinking Cloud, and Water Walk. And you get one of these because of...
The Stinking Cloud and Water Walk is what I get from Land of the Swamp.
Okay. And then Conjure Animals is the spell you're taking.
Spell.
Okay. Alright, just want to make sure here.
I was going to Conjure Donkeys, but the only thing I could see on the list was Mule. Close enough.
Alright, please verify that's what you wanted.
Yep.
Okay, so Zeke, you said you're done. Everyone,
Yes, sir.
you're done. Percy, I still have to work on your Brogan. You're done. Smerio, how you doing? You good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, you didn't add the spell I wanted you to add. Thought you were gonna add that one. Change your
What?
mind?
What?
I thought you were gonna add the one we talked about earlier.
Who? Refresh my
Oh,
memory.
the pulse wave. You did add it. Okay, never mind. I saw
Okay,
it.
yeah.
It just didn't show up at first. I was like, hey, you went through all that discussion. You didn't even add it.
Well, no. The only other bad thing about the character sheet here is I'm throwing spells on the list that would be in like my spellbook, but
Right?
there's no way to mark what's prepared, so I have to refer back to D&D Beyond during the course of the run to show what's prepared and what's not. It's all good.
No. Click down at the bottom where you have mode standard. Click. There you go.
Oh, can you actually mark them?
Yep.
Okay,
So I just marked your whole person for you.
I got you.
So you just mark them there.
Oh, all right. Right on.
So, yep. That should save you at least a little bit of flipping back and forth.
Hey, that cantrip that you threw up earlier, can you throw that
Uh-huh.
under the spell cantrip area
Yep.
thing?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. I
'cause
will do
just
so
wanted to
here
see it.
in a minute. Yeah. Let me get the more difficult ones done for Percy first.
No problem.
But while I'm working on that, as y'all venture out, assuming everybody is good, and I'll work on these for a few minutes, let y'all discuss. But y'all got a 2-day travel to the next spot. Uh, so the next stop on y'all's travel, you will have to go through Worms Crossing. It will take you 2 days to get there. Describe what you guys are doing along this venture, since you still are fairly a new group of comrades, and you just added 2 additional NPCs.
Which of the 2 girls are more attractive?
One's a guy, so
Oh.
that one's probably not as attractive.
There's 2 girls. I thought it was Rhea and then another girl, but
Fauster kind of gives you a stink eye.
Or he likes it.
That's for y'all to figure out if he likes it or not. I'm gonna leave it on that. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Probably so.
I'm not curious enough to find out myself, so good luck.
Along the ride, I would ask Fallister, anything you can tell us about what to expect from the Silvira character? Want to make sure we make a good impression.
I will tell you, she's obsessed with the 9 hells. She knows all kinds of information. So don't be afraid just to kind of ask what, anything you can think of about Avernus. But, I mean, literally, she is a bookworm. If her nose is not in a book, she's asleep somewhere.
I will say, over the course of maybe the first day, do I get a sense of what kind of person Fallister is? Does he strike me as the kind of person who's mostly interested in coin? Does he seem like a good-hearted person, or generally out for himself?
That is a good question. Give me 1 second. I need to go back to his bio real fast. So, what you can see about Fallister is he is kind of one of those guys that is nice to know, comes in handy in sticky situations. But he basically keeps to himself. He doesn't seem like his personality is not one that leads you to believe he's out for murder and mayhem. And being in his house, you can see that his house is very modest. So he's not exactly like money hungry. He basically is trying to make an honest living.
Okay. I will add when I'm talking to him, elsewise.
Mhm.
How long have you worked alongside this Silvira?
Probably 10 years.
Long relationship to keep with a bookworm. She pays you to do what exactly?
She pays me to acquire certain things that are difficult for her to get on her own.
What kind of things?
Oh, all kinds of things, information. Sometimes I have to be very persuasive with people, and when he does that, he kind of pats his armament, which, as you will notice, are 2 daggers. Um, and other times I just gotta be very observant, be her eyes and ears when interesting information about the 9 hells makes its way to the surface. Like El Terrell, for example. That's how I ended up dealing with Thavius and all of them. Was, she sent me to investigate El Terrell, and I picked up the scent on him and I basically followed him to Baldur's Gate.
Speaking of which, I believe you said that the sheer shield was once in her stock, as it were.
It wasn't necessarily in her stock. She has information about it. She's got books and stuff that have talked about it. I believe, that person I was jailed with, when we were up in that tower, that other woman, she talked about how she was trying to get that shield back.
That's right.
So I'm not 100% sure I know all the details of it. Hopefully, she'll be able to enlighten us. But yeah, she's never actually owned the shield or anything like that. So we're not retrieving it for her or anything.
Understood. I don't suppose she ever struck you as sort of an odd or out of place character. It's not usual that someone goes out of their way to study the nine hells.
Let's the way I'll answer that question is she isn't any more odd to me than you are to me at this moment.
I raise a kind of a stink eye eyebrow at him.
Like, the trust, it's something that we have to earn both directions. You have to earn my trust and I have to earn yours. But, I just let's just say that, you will probably find more common ground with her than I have.
I ask no further questions.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything? I apologize. This is taking a little bit longer to try to fix this for Kelly.
Well, Zeke's got to make the new pretty lady feel at home.
Okay, so you're
seduce
going
the
over.
woman.
You're going over to deal with Rhea?
Yes, this place is kind of a sausage fest, so I'm gonna find the one pretty face in the middle of all this.
Depends on what you mean by sausage fest.
Alright, so I finally got the spells added. And then, what is it, 3 points?
3 charges.
Yeah, it's 3. That's why I got put in there. Is something free track charges. Okay. Okay, so you go over and talk to Rhea. She's been pretty quiet. She's just kind of like sitting there and wanting to. She's almost in denial. She's like going through the stages of grief that someone she valued and trusted not only betrayed her but betrayed the city, and she just can't believe that this so far is the outcome of her travels to Baldur's Gate.
I'll kind of sit down next to her and kind of lean over. And like, so what's your story? You've been here. You know a lot. You had to come from somewhere. What's going on?
Well, as I said, we were in Elturel when things went crazy. Devils and dead and all kinds of things were moving in on the city, and someone had said that they saw Bavius escape, and I was like, that can't be. There's no way he'd leave the city in turmoil the way it was, and so I went to Baldur's Gate to find out the truth, and I kind of wish I hadn't gone. Now I'd rather not have known this truth. It's painful.
Well, sometimes it's better to live in truth than live in denial, I always say.
And she'll kind of look at you and, well, maybe. Okay, now why can I not add? Not working. Oh, there we go. Maybe. That didn't work. Still working on it, Killy. Alright, anyone else doing anything else?
Not really for me.
Enjoying the ride.
Pretty much.
Oh, I see what I did wrong. Okay. I gotta wait for that update. Okay, so y'all making y'all's way. As soon as my system recovers here from making the mistake I just made. Kelly, I fixed it for now. I'm gonna fix it after the session permanently. So ignore the fact you got 3 charges of potions of healing.
All right.
I put it in the wrong category, but hopefully this will be caught up here in a second. Because my system went non-responding.
Okay.
So let me go to the source book on D&D Beyond. We'll keep going because I don't want to hold this up. This is all role playing anyway. Okay, so oh, there it is. It's recovered. Okay. Let's close that. Okay, so as you're traveling, you come up to 2 great bridges. They meet a tall, rocky island that rises from the middle of the Chinathar River. Buildings and merchant stalls line the side both bridges, making it impossible to see the river. The congested roadway that cuts between all these structures. Wooden drawbridges connect the 2 main bridges. And the flags of Baldur's Gate and the Flaming Fist wave proudly above the fortress. So that's what you see as you approach. I need everyone to give me a perception check.
Doo-ba-doo-boop-ba-doo.
Alright, and I'm going to do this hidden to see who it was. Zeke, what's your passive perception?
Good question. My passive perception is 13.
As you're walking across the bridge, you feel something ruffling in your pocket.
I'm gonna guess it's probably Rigby.
Nope. It is a hand of someone else. And they got
Turn
their
around
hand
and see
in your
your
coin
Ray
pouch.
sticking her hand down your pocket. Oh.
That's why I always cut holes in my jeans.
So, go ahead.
Say, do I? I'm gonna kind of like grab the hand that's in my pocket and look over at whoever it is.
Okay. And it is a scraggly old man, you know, probably in his late 30s, 40s, 50s, somewhere in there. You can't really tell because he's all dirty. But yeah, he's trying to steal your coin pouch.
And I just kind of eye him down and go, "What the hell is your problem trying to steal from a man like me?"
He goes, "Heh, I stole from worse. Don't make me cut you."
Do I hear this?
Yeah,
I was
you
gonna
all
say,
hear
the
it.
rest of
He's
us here?
right there. Yeah, he's right there.
How many people are next to the man?
you don't really notice anyone else next to him.
Is the
It's
man
almost like this was a hit and run type pickpocketing idea.
Is the man closer to the side of the bridge?
You know what? Just because I want to see where this goes, let's say sure.
No, I think Feather
Yes,
Yes,
you do it.
I thought you were asking if there's anyone else near him, but also I just see him fucking explode in front of me. I was gonna be really confused.
Okay, let's say he's near the side of the bridge if he's not going to do it. About the rest of us, I assume we're still traveling as part of this caravan or whatever. We see this happening. We see Zeke has his hands on him. We're saying he's next to the side of the bridge. How far of a drop is it into the river? Like, is it would it kill him?
Where you are at, it's probably 40 feet to the water.
Have you played Baldur's Gate the game? There's only fucking chasms there.
If it's only 40 feet, I look over to Zeke, give a smile, stretch out my hand with an open fist, and I just open the fist up in the gesture of, you know what to do.
I'm afraid I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's a million things I could do.
Push him off the bridge into the river.
Yeah, but like, he's an old man. I'd feel bad. I'm not a.
Fuck you. You feel bad. What's your alignment?
I'm not a thief without standards. You're the paladin. You're supposed to be pushing people.
He's not gonna die. He's gonna get a little dunked on and learn a lesson.
Yo,
Figured you'd be like, let me teach you the ways of my god so we can rewrite your life. You're like, nah, river it is.
yo, to quote Omar from The Wire, a man got to have a code.
I'm not saying you kill the guy. I'm saying you push him into the river. It's not gonna drown him.
How old is this gentleman? You said he's an older gentleman.
Yeah, he's fairly old. If you
We're talking
want-
like late 50s, early 60s?
No, I'd say he's like mid 50s. Let's just go mid 50s.
You can dunk.
It's hard to really tell because he's obviously poor too.
All right, I'm gonna push him off, and as soon as I push him off the bridge, I'm gonna cast this on him.
There you go.
Okay. So you all right. So do a strength check. See if you get him over the bridge first.
Can I trip him while I do it? Like put my leg out and then push him over my leg?
Can I ask a question?
I'll ask your question first.
Okay, isn't Featherfall a touch spell?
No.
It's a reaction.
It's a reaction.
It's
I can hit
60 feet.
myself and 6 people around me,
Oh, okay, damn it.
or 5 people around me.
I was gonna
I will
what the-
say, since you caught him, you have advantage on the strength check.
Doesn't mean much.
That's still a decent roll.
Alright, so you successfully push him over the side, and you cast Featherfall on him, and he goes, ah!
You know,
What is going,
you know,
sorry!
the worst
If
part
he
about
falls
that
down.
is as he's drifting, he sees the waterfall and just drifts slowly.
Fuck! I wasn't. Wait! I'm not saying push a 60-year-old man into Niagara Falls. This is a river. This is like a tiny little river.
Sorry. Alright. So,
I was
All right,
I
so
was
that
thinking
happens.
about pulse wave, by the way, but I thought maybe I might destroy the bridge.
How much? Well, I mean, seriously, how much damage does that thing do? Like 48 or some shit?
it's quite a bit.
For shits and giggles, hold on.
There you go, 66.
66.
Yeah.
So,
And pushes everything legal at 15 feet if it fails.
Yeah.
The bridge.
So
is
it's basically
roped.
just a thunder wave that you can put somewhere.
Yeah, it's a Kongal.
Yeah.
Attack.
It's a force push or a force pull, basically.
Yeah, or it could be a pull.
Yeah. alright, so that's what happens at Worms Crossing. Anybody doing anything at the vendors, or are y'all gonna keep going now that y'all have been kind of startled and distracted by this pickpocket.
I will keep my coin purse close to my person. Otherwise, just kind of keep a cautious eye out as we pass by some of the vendors and see if there's
Okay.
anything that catches my eye.
Okay. Anything in particular you're looking for to catch your eye?
If there's maybe any potions that people are hawking
You
beyond
see
potions of healing.
near the end, you see a couple
This is
people that look like they have some potions that they might be able to barter with.
Again, keeping my coin pouch close to me, I would inquire as to the types of potions they have available.
Let's see, what would they have? Give me a second. They have one has kind of a interesting potion that says live underwater. The next one has a greater healing potion. And then there's another one that says 1 second, I'm trying to find it. Be as strong as the biggest man you encounter is written on it.
Discreetly looking over my shoulder to make sure my companions don't notice that I'm going after that one. The final one you mentioned.
Uh-huh.
I will inquire as to the price of that.
The guy will lean over and he's like, hi, interested in this one, are you? Okay, well, I can let it go for 800 gold.
Piss off, and I get back in
Blah. Fine, be that way. Yeah, if you really, really want it, I could probably do 6.
6 gold or 600?
600 gold.
Still too expensive for my books.
Well,
400.
split the difference. 500.
How about 400 and a couple of javelins?
Let me see the javelins.
I unsheath a couple of javelins I have in my person and put them on the stool.
He looks over them like, yeah,
I feel
doesn't look like they've been used too much.
I feel like I'm watching
You know
a
what? You got a
rerun
deal.
of American Pickers.
400 gold in these 2 javelins. And he hands you a potion of giant strength.
What kind of giant strength?
That's a good question. It does not
And you'll-
say. So I'll have to figure that out here in just a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, there's
While you
quite a
decide
few
that, you'll
different
have to.
kinds.
Yeah, you'll also have to remove the treasure from the currency from my treasure.
Yep. Let me do that.
You can
The-
you can
Think
edit
of a
your own
table
money.
for it somewhere.
I can't. I've tried.
Oh, all I've had to do is
Well, no, now I can. I wasn't able
you-
to before.
yeah, you
You got
can't
it
do
now?
it by
Okay.
individual.
Yeah.
You just have to do the whole number in there. Click on it and do the whole number.
Yep, you just type it in. It doesn't look like it's ever active. Now that we're doing that, let me find the tail for the giant strength, and then
It should be frost, fire, storm, and each one of them is like up by 1. Like hill giant's like 19, I think.
yeah, this literally it doesn't say what potion this is. It just says potion of giant strength. I'm like, okay, great, that's helpful.
Is that not in the what do you call it? In the
Now I'm
DM's
waiting on the
guide?
table. I'm looking for it. I don't see it. That's the thing. So
I'll see if I can find it too.
that's fine. We can get back to it. I'm just waiting on this table to load. All right. Anyone else doing anything else?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I think I'm good as well.
Okay, it's Hill Giant.
Hill Giant? Okay.
Yep. Potion of Hill Giant Shrink.
Holy fuck. Dude, they really buffed the hell out of those potions in 5e.
They did.
Fucking
Alright.
Storm Giant strength is 29.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Y'all continue on your traveling, or
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
okay. All right. So as Worms Crossing and Baldur's Gate disappear from your view, you find yourselves heading down the coastway, a dirt road that leads to such distant lands like Tathir, Kalashmanshan, Candleskeep.
Sorry.
Well, okay. So I can't pronounce crap. Get over it. Lies some 150 miles south and west. It's a 5-day journey. Coming up the road toward you is a human farmer riding on the front of a hayfield wagon pulled by 2 draft horses. The farmer gives you a friendly wave as the wagon draws near.
My way back.
So you wave back, and he kind of motions to you to kind of stop.
By the way, you'll have to add the potion of giant strength. I can't see it when I type in the search bar for items.
Okay, hold on.
The farmer on this wagon is motioning for our caravan to stop?
Yep.
I will look in the direction of my companions and see what they want to do.
Are we at the head of the caravan, or are we?
Well, the caravan's kind of, well, you're really kind of on your own at this point.
All right. Well, okay. So does the caravan stop, or is he motioning to us specifically?
He's motioning to you specifically.
Okay. That's what I wanted to know.
I'll see what he wants to say.
So y'all stop. All right. He goes, "Hell, strangers! Kind of strange to see y'all out and about on this road these days.
Why is it so strange?
Not a lot of people travel from Baldur's Gate. Most people trying to get into Baldur's Gate.
I don't know if you've looked into this very much, but and I'll usher to the rest of my group. We aren't normal people.
Understatement of the
ragtag
century
crew.
there, Zeke.
I don't know if I should
So-
feel insulted.
You don't know if you should feel assaulted or insulted. So, what are you doing? And meanwhile, you notice that he's starting to eye Percy.
I look back at him and say, with all due respect, gentlemen, what business is it of yours?
So, I guess it's really not, any of my business, but
I
you know?
guess you're correct, and I gesture the horses to keep on going past.
And immediately 4 knights jump out of the haystack and move you into combat.
Saw that coming.
You are now in initiative. And to do this properly, we're just going to go to the party screen. Since I don't have a map for it.
Wow, I rolled a fucking 8,
I mean, I rolled an
And-
11.
which means I rolled a 2.
I'm at the bottom of the initiative order. The cat rolled better initiative than I did.
Hey, Paul, there's one thing I've been trying to figure out. I have advantage on initiative. I just trying to figure out how to get that on the weapon so it reflects correctly for you and stuff like that.
What do you mean on the weapon? It's not gonna show up on a weapon.
I know, but it's part of the weapon. I have advantage on initiative rolls.
Oh, the one I just gave you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to fix that. I'll just roll you again here in a second. I'll get the map set up. Alright, so if you go to the party sheet and go to order, you should see y'all's new friends. Here in just a second. Did anyone not see themselves on the party sheet under order?
No, I see it. You mean the combat
Okay.
tracker? Or
No, on the actual party sheet itself. So you're in a combat tracker too, but on the party sheet, if you wanted some orientation of where you were, I put it on the party sheet under the order tab.
okay.
Just click on your picture in the character sheet. Will bring it up too.
And then go ahead and roll your initiative number one more time, Brogan. Just roll it, and then I'll change it if it's higher.
So it's going to be +2.
So
That's high.
21?
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Alright. And you get to go first.
So they drew weapon on us.
Oh yeah, they jumped out, and they are ready for combat. And I will also share with you, for your keen eyes, someone's going to have enough past perception, that the farmer is awfully well outfitted in armor for a farmer.
Translation: he's not an innocent.
That would be correct. Oh, hold on. The other thing I gotta do is I probably ought to start the initiative. Alright, there you go, Brogan.
Nah.
Sorry.
All right. 10, 15, 20. I entered my rage. Go up to
Okay.
this Joker.
Alright.
I'm going to pop him twice.
I don't know why I'm showing you on here twice now. It's weird.
I don't know. I'm not seeing
Glitch on my side. Okay. Alright.
And then I move back to right there.
Okay.
That's it.
Alright, next is Rhea's turn. And she is also going to move to the farmer and attack. And missing.
Oof.
She actually gets multi-attack, so she's going to try it again. And miss again. So that's her turn. Next are the knights. Knight number 1 is going to move to
Stop
right
right there.
here. Go ahead and do what you're going to do.
Sentinel.
Okay, that hits him. And since he is not within melee range yet, he is going to use his crossbow against you. Like, how dare you hit me?
Thunk.
The next one is not going to take kindly to that and move up right here in melee range and take a swing at you. And he also gets multi-attack. Third one is going to move out there and take a shot at Zeke. with the crossbow.
No, stop. Don't do it.
And hits you for 5. All right. Next is the so-called farmer. And he is going to
Ignore that.
That's fine. He is going to cast. Yeah, that's what he's going to do. Now, let me just make sure I know the spell. Yep, okay. He is going to cast Fire Ray at Percy.
Fire ray.
Mm-hmm.
Scorching ray?
Nope, it's called Fire Ray. He's going to miss.
You got a net miss.
And he falls prone.
I fucking fall on his ass. This is why I wasn't afraid to stop.
So he is now prone. All right.
Well, gentlemen, that's just pathetic.
Zeke, you're up.
Alright, I am going to cast Fairy Fire.
Choice.
20 foot. Ooh, it's 25.
How did you put that out?
Right click on the top left of your right click dial. It says pointers. Click on that and you can pick shapes.
Thank you.
And I'm actually going to put it on these 3.
Okay.
Let me mark them really quick.
And what you doing to them?
Fairy Fire.
Okay.
So there's that.
Let's see. Failure. They all fail. What color are you lighting them up in?
Bright purple.
Bright purple. All right. So let me add that.
And then they get that effect.
All right. Well, good. It automatically did it for me, so I don't have to do it. Okay.
Yeah, I have an extra button that says grant effect. If I press it,
Yeah. Excellent. All right. What's next? Anything?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Airman. You see
All
these guys jump off this wagon, and yeah, they're moving to attack.
So I now have plenty of room to move around.
You do. This is wide open terrain for you.
Boom.
Oh. Everyone bend down, get on all fours. Fur comes out of his back, and he turns into this gigantic bear.
I like it.
Yeah, and then I'm going to.
Like Teen Wolf in the basketball scene.
I'm going to now run up to here.
Okay.
I'm going to use my attacks on the very lovely knight there.
Okay.
Very lovely.
Oh, so very lovely.
It's purple.
You have advantage on the attacks, yeah.
It automatically rolls advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should.
So
That hits 25. Do some damage. That's good damage. 10 damage to it. Excellent.
then the lovely multi attack.
22 also hits. That did
Mhm.
even better damage.
And that's it for me.
All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why did
Smariel,
that
you're
move?
up.
Hold on. Oh, I was like, why the hell did my screen just move? And I didn't realize it centered on me. I don't.
When it's your turn.
Yeah.
It did the same thing to me, and I got confused.
I was like,
too.
what the fuck?
That's the unfortunate side effect of turning off that aura. I figured that was better than the
It
aura
is.
based on what y'all were telling me, so.
Okay. So, 5, 10, 15, 20. far would you say I'm away from that guy? About 5 yards?
Which one? The third night? Yeah, you're
Yeah,
with
5
about 5
yards.
yards. Yeah,
Alright.
yeah, you're between 5 and 10, somewhere in there.
Hold on. Wait, how do I move that? Oop, nope.
Whoops, I moved it. Okay. There's little things on the edges you can grab, it looks like.
Yeah. Is that what you wanted?
Yeah, I'd like to get right in there.
And that hits
let's see.
all of them.
I think it does, doesn't it?
It does, and it avoids your compadres.
So cast. So it's a DC 14 con save.
So mark all of them and then use the ability.
Oh, okay. Oh, 1, 2, 3,
And then the farmer.
and the farmer.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know that's how
Roll
you
it.
do it.
Yep.
Okay.
Roll again.
All right.
And then, yep, you can do exactly what you just did there. The save versus, and it should roll all their saves automatically.
Okay.
Yep.
They all fail.
Nice.
Yep.
And then you
Every
can
one
roll
of them failed.
damage, and it'll apply to all of them.
Yeah, why is it not? Oh wait, that's because I gotta scroll up. Okay.
20 damage to everyone in the field.
And for sake of argument, I guess screw it. Because the girl's in danger. I'm going to suck them 15 feet in.
Okay, you're gonna move them 15 feet towards you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this one can only move 5. This one can move there. This one can move there. Oh, is it gonna let me move?
Well, he was prone. Wasn't
Yeah,
he?
that's probably the problem.
Well, to be fair, if he failed to save, it should still pull him toward.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
It just drags his ass across the ground. It's really bad carpet burn on his back.
Give me a second.
Pretty
Let me
much, yeah.
turn. Yeah, it's just there. It goes. All right. But is that? Yeah. Let's just say there. All right. And he's still prone. I had to take off the effect to put it back on.
Alright, now, I am in melee range.
Mm-hmm.
I do have some movement left.
Okay.
I am going to move out of range of these guys, and if I think I have 5 yards or 10 yards left. Because it would have been 1, 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, so I moved 20. I should have about 10 left. So I'm going
Yep.
to move back away. And if I take an attack of opportunity from the closest guy, I do.
Give me 1 second here. That didn't work. Okay, I cannot move my own line for some reason. All right, there it goes. Okay. He will take his opportunity attack. Go back to him. I found a new bug, by the way. I need to report. When I double clicked the icon, it was one. It used to bring up their stat block. Now it's bringing up their picture.
Huh.
Which is just a gigantic K. All right. And he misses anyway. All right. Anything else?
No. Now I just
Okay.
gotta figure out how to delete my cone. Oh, hold on. I think I found it. Hey, there we go.
All right. Slobber chops.
He's not doing anything.
All right.
Licking himself.
McVeris. Oh, that hits. Nice. 4 points of damage, and you hit the farmer, right?
What's the range on Thorn Whip?
30.
Yep. He's good.
I thought you used to use that and never hit shit.
No, I use it
That's-
all the time.
If it hits him, it also pulls him 10 feet
Yep.
closer.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I
So
thought.
he
Yeah.
pulls him that way. Anything else?
That's it.
Sorry, Magvarus. I'm unused to someone hitting with that spell.
I hit with it all the time. I was like, I was Sire's best friend with that.
He was.
Trying to pull him
Alright,
closer, but it's freezing.
So Pallister, he's back here. He's not gonna be able to do a whole lot. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna use his 30 feet of movement. Go to there. And he is going to try to hit Farmer Boy. And miss. But guess what? He's got multi-attack. That one hits. For a whopping 1 damage that he partially resisted. Excellent. Okay. Percy.
All right. Striding forward a little bit, I'm going to unsheath I'm going to unsheath the shield of the Hidden Lord, pulling it in front, and smiling, I will say, "Let me ask you boys a question." Switching to Inferno, I will finish. You have a dance with the devil, pale light, and I'm casting Fireball.
Okay. Where are you casting Fireball at?
It's a 20-foot radius, so
And by the way, when you say that, he goes, "Of course I have. That's what the shield's for."
who says that?
The farmer.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna be able to clip him because he got pulled out, but I'll hit the 3 knights.
Okay. Go for it.
All right.
One success, 2 failures. And one's dead, and the other 2 look pretty hurt now.
All right. That's all I do.
Back around to Brogan. You have the farmer now well within melee range of you.
Still on the ground?
He is still prone.
Oh, how convenient.
I'm still targeting. I'm targeting the dead one for some reason. I can't clear it.
I'll clear it for you.
I will attack him.
Nice crit.
Very nice.
And I will do so again.
Okay. That also hits.
And I will
Another 11
add
points of damage.
one more.
All right. Another crit. So you watch Brogan take his brand new, weird looking halberd, gashes twice into the farmer, then turns around with the butt of it and smacks him upside the face and breaks his jaw, and a tooth comes flying out. But he's still alive.
And then I will.
Nice fire in there, Aquaman.
Oh, it doesn't look like a trident. It looks like a halberd.
Oh.
And then Even though he's on the ground, if I move away, it'll be an opportunity attack. Yes.
It would be, but it'd have disadvantage on
He'll
him.
have disadvantage. That's fine.
He's sitting on the ground.
I'll move right there.
Guess there's a die. He's actually about to hit with it anyway. But I want to see anyhow.
it.
Disadvantage. Yeah, you missed.
Oh, I didn't move out of his way anyway.
That's fine. I wanted to see if it hit anyway. I feel like being an ass.
Okay.
Okay. Rhea, seeing that everything got moved away from her, is going to use all of her movement to move back up to Farmer Fred there and give him the thwacks.
Hey, it's
quote
Fred.
Avers. Look at that crit. Double 20s.
Zeke is aroused. Oh, sorry. Don't want to speak for you.
And this is on the second one. Alright, Knight's turn. Knight 1 is still alive. Let's see who's in range of Knight 1. Brogan, is that you?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe I also am.
Yeah, but
And-
you didn't hit him yet. Brogan is.
Very true.
Yeah.
I've only hit number 3, and that one's dead.
Yep. That hits. And that one also hits. So Brogan's partially resisting it, but he takes a little bit of damage from the first one. Second one, now that one is really facing you, so I wish there was a little bit better way of handling this combat tracker on my side. Oh, I did not mean to do that, Percy. To do that, Airman. Got confused. That'd been a good trick to reach you. Let's try it again. 18. I would assume the 10 missed anyway. On the
Then
bear.
would have missed.
Yeah. And 0 damage from second attack. He's dead. On to Farmer Fred here. Farmer Fred's first going to use some of his move speed to stand up. And he is then going to cast this. Yeah, he is going to cast this guy. All right, let me cast it, will you?
He's still going to think about casting.
What's he casting?
He is casting planar shift and disappearing from view.
Fuck
but
that.
It's making me.
Counterspell his ass.
Okay, so you counterspell it.
Yeah.
Plane shift's what, a 7th level spell?
Yes.
I'll roll.
Yep, go for it.
What am I rolling?
And check.
Hold on.
Straight up intelligence check.
You just got to roll a 17 or better.
Yeah, hold on. Just the check, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Alright. Roll.
Rasputin.
Fuck!
Yep. Fails, and he disappears.
Damn him.
Good effort.
All right.
Who had the
Zeke,
better,
you're up.
the better roll?
Having this guy lit up, I'm gonna walk over to him and hit him in the face.
All right.
All right, and that's my turn.
Okay. Airman. Mr. Brown Bear.
I get to bite.
Here he goes biting again.
Yep. Oh,
Not very good bite attempt at that time.
not a very good bite at all.
His
But-
teeth fell out.
Oh,
Oh, that one actually hits. 18 does hit.
okay.
Roll some damage.
Well, I'm glad that at least hit.
And that's 11 points of damage to him. He's looking very, very much not very happy. Samariel, you're up.
All right, bro.
There, Camp. You're up.
Sorry. All right.
You still have the
Yeah, hold on.
dice. I'll clear them if you want to select someone else.
What's the easiest way to clear that?
For me to tell you, I'll clear it. you should be able to shift click on the same target and it'll toggle them on or off.
No, I know, but if you have multiples targeted, it's a shame there's not a thing that allows you to. You know?
Well, what I could do, I didn't really want to do it because I didn't know how it was going to affect you guys. I could turn it on to where on any multiple target attacks, it'll automatically remove the targets upon that cast. I could turn it on, but I didn't think that'd be any better.
At level 5, is that right? For Firebolt?
So I'm looking. Look it up real
Shouldn't it
fast.
be 2d10 at level 5?
You have to change it yourself.
Oh. So did everything else, but except that.
Yeah, anything that's a spell base, you have to change it yourself when you level up.
Well, I'll roll the damage again,
Yep.
right? And that
Yep.
should count twice.
Yep. There you go.
Alright.
So you killed him.
Okay. Firebolt. Thank you, by the way, for that.
No problem.
Both of you. Nope, wrong thing.
Then he said Flower Chops isn't doing anything. McVeris, you there? Everyone seems to be going
Yep.
okay, so I just want to make sure you were back.
How do you change the damage of a spell?
That's
So
what I'm
like
looking at.
You go in, and there's a magnifying glass next to the spell.
Click on that, then click to the magnifying glass next to damage. You can change the dice.
Yep.
And then you can
They just
also
add
multiply
another
it by
dice to it.
level stat. Yeah.
So the easy way to add another dice is drag the one that's in your bottom left-hand corner screen, the one that matches it, and drag it up there and drop it in, and it'll.
Or you can just right click and add another dice.
Oh, you could do that too.
That'll work.
What you doing, McVeris?
I think I'm clicking in the wrong fucking spot.
Just shift click on the target.
A control click. Or actual, yeah, control click.
Oop, sorry.
It's all right.
Oh, he's dying now.
No, it was still the same guy. I never.
Yeah, he's already dead.
I killed him
Okay.
enough that it made him without being bloody. I hurt him so bad he came back to life.
Well, the reason it's not showing correctly is because on my side, my game's a little screwed up when it locked up earlier. I have literally 30 knights on my screen. I have 5 Brogans, 6 McVerises. So that's why I'm asking: is this one still up? Was this you? All right, 7 damage to Knight Shield 1. He is still up. looking a little bloody. Ballister, not one to be left alone, is going to move up to the other one and give him the thwacks too. And miss. But he's at multi-attacks, he's gonna get to do it again. Maybe he'll do better. He does. And this should kill him. Yep. Alright, so the 3 are dead. You are not quite out of combat yet. Percy, what you doing?
All right. There's just the one remaining.
1 remaining, but you don't know where he's at. He planar shift.
Well, I mean the knight. Is that the other knight dead?
No,
I see knight.
all the
red.
knights, all the knights are dead.
Okay, it doesn't
Yep.
have the marker on the last one. So
Yep. Yeah, I'm trying to clean them up, but this.
okay.
Yeah, I can just do it from this side. Does this
All right. Do I
anything
know it
for
was
you, for you guys?
I don't. Well, I don't see him on the map now, but
Okay.
So do I know he plane shifted specifically?
No, you just know he disappeared.
Okay. Well, knowing that, I'm just gonna have my weapon at the ready. And swing it and try to swing it if anything comes close to me, doing my best to secure the shield. I will say I will mutter to the shield, friends of heals.
They're my worshippers. Rogan, your turn.
Alrighty. Well, my rage goes away. Let me get rid of that. And I'll just go right there. That's it.
Okay.
I'll ready an action in case something comes in my.
Fair enough. Rhea is not going to move and also ready her longsword action. Okay. So our friend, farmer's going to pop out.
Immediately get hit by Brogan in the face.
Nope, because he's over
No,
here.
he's way over there.
And targeting Percy, he is going to fire ray at Percy again. Because
Alright.
he wants to try to free that shield.
Good thing I'm resistant to fire damage.
Apparently not.
Yeah, he should be. It should be half.
Yeah, it should be half. I'll adjust it
Yep.
on my end, but
No,
it's
I
not
already did it.
Okay.
Should have already updated. And that's his turn. Zeke.
All right. I'm just gonna look at him and give him one of these. I got 4.
He fails.
I'm gonna make him see himself burning a Avernus for what he's worshiping.
Wait, is he dead?
Yep.
Yep.
Yep, he dies. You make him. You see as he ignites and eyes start rolling in the back of his head, and you see these little flames come out of his eyeballs, and he just has this weird shit-eating grin on his face. I'm home. And as he dies.
It's not supposed his form changes as he dies.
Yep. It does change, and let me go back to him. And what he was a Cambion.
I feel we killed him very easily for him being a Cambion.
Y'all got lucky with y'all's initial attacks on him. Brogan tore him up.
So upon seeing that, I will sheathe the weapons and say, "Best we get on it, toot sweet."
All right. So, on that note, we will end for the night as y'all continue to travel and
On our way to Candlekeep.
the next adventure to Candlekeep.
Woohoo!
As part of that continue to adventure, are we getting any sort of rest benefits?
Let me see when this was supposed to happen. Yes, you will get a full rest.
Okay.
Sweet.
So
So
we
if
can
y'all
restore all
want
our stuff.
Nice.
Yep.
Alright. Guys, I'm going to jump on out of here. I'll catch you guys later.